Bulacan State University, Flexible Modes of Learning. Flexible learning as defined by CHED. Flexible learning is the design and delivery of programs, courses, and learning interventions that address learners' unique needs in terms of place, pace, process, and products of learning. It involves the use of digital and non-digital technology and covers both face-to-face and in-person learning and out-of-classroom learning modes of delivery or combination of modes of delivery. It ensures the continuity of inclusive and accessible education when the use of traditional modes of teaching is not feasible, as in the occurrence of national emergencies. Flexible modes of learning: synchronous learning or SL, asynchronous online learning or AOL, remote print learning or RPL. Synchronous learning or SL. Synchronous learning is the kind of learning that happens in real time. Methods of synchronous online learning include video conferencing, teleconferencing, live chatting, and live streaming lectures. Students who may be in this mode of learning must ensure full participation in online sessions and activities. They ensure that they have equipped gadgets and stable internet connection to join online sessions. The students may be in this mode of learning for the reasons but not limited to: learn best in guided method of discussion, immediately seek for the answers in the question for clarification, or strict in keeping time schedule. Asynchronous online learning or AOL. Asynchronous learning happens at students' own pace. It is commonly facilitated by media such as email and discussion boards, supports work relations among learners and with instructors, even when participants cannot be online at the same time. Methods of asynchronous online learning include self-guided lesson modules, streaming video content, virtual libraries, posted lecture notes, and exchanges across discussion boards or social media platforms. Online meeting with the instructor is still required twice a month or once a week, if possible, for the students to ask questions and seek clarifications from their instructor about the lesson. AOL will be provided for the students who have no access to consistent internet connection or who cannot cope up with strict schedule of synchronous learning. The students who will be in AOL may have the capacity to do online learning but learn best when they are given enough time to browse the materials and self-study. In AOL mode of learning, students have to ensure that they have good study habits and keep time management. Remote print learning or RPL. Uses printed modules, PDF files, recorded audios, recorded videos saved in CDs or other storage devices to cater the learning of the students. This mode of learning is for those who prefer printed and other learning materials for their own personal reasons, but not limited to. They learn best when reading printed materials. The internet connection in their area is poor, so they cannot browse files uploaded in the online platform, or they have no provisions for gadgets and internet connections as they belong to economically challenged families. Like the AOL, students who may be in this mode of learning must ensure that they have good study habits and keep time management. General guidelines on the implementation of flexible modes of learning. Synchronous learning or SL. Number 1. Instructors are expected to provide a variety of carefully planned live face-to-face sessions and activities which are to be delivered remotely to the students via Google Classroom and Meet. Number 2. Over the course of 1 week, the instructor will meet his or her students twice in the scheduled session. Number 3. Scheduled sessions do not always require a face-to-face live session. Instructors may have a pre-recorded or other related videos for the delivery of the lesson. Number 4. Support materials for the students in the form of free sources to complete and return will be provided through Google Classroom. Number 5. All assignments are to be done at home and to be submitted online. Feedbacks from instructors are to be provided online too. Number 6. Assessments will be done online. The instructors will post detailed steps and instructions on how assessment, including rubrics, will be done for quizzes, long examinations, projects, and activities, as well as home learning tasks assigned via other educational apps. Number 7. Students will work on this at home and submit the same to the instructor online. Continuous assessment of student work that is submitted online, home learning tasks assigned via other educational apps will also be assessed. Asynchronous online learning or AOL. Number 1. Instructors are expected to provide a variety of carefully planned and pre-recorded activities and other tasks to be delivered remotely to the students via Google Classroom and Meet. Number 2. The instructor will only meet students once a week on a scheduled time via Meet to check their progress. Students are not required to join the session weekly but join in at least twice a month. Number 3. Internal arrangement between the instructor and students can be done to meet each other's demand for AOL. Number 4. An online session may be done, though critical because the meeting online is not regular, for the instructor to monitor the progress of his students. Students can ask questions and clarifications on any part of the lesson they don't understand. Number 5. Support materials for the students in the form of resources to complete and return will be provided through Google Classroom. Number 6. All assignments are to be done at home and to be submitted online. Feedbacks from instructors are to be provided online too. Number 7. Assessments will be done online. The instructors will post detailed steps and instructions on how assessment includes rubric will be done on quizzes, long examinations, projects, and activities, as well as home learning tasks assigned via other educational apps. Number 8. Students will work on this at home and submit the same to the instructor online. Continuous assessment of student work that is submitted online, home learning tasks assigned via other educational apps will also be assessed. Remote Print Learning or RPL. Number 1. The instructor will provide printed or other form of materials for the students. Number 2. The instructor may use other education platform or OEP to communicate with the students such as but not limited to Facebook, Messenger, email, or others. Number 3. RPL will be given fixed schedule for the instructor to be available online or through other means of communications so that students can ask questions and clarifications. Number 4. Internal arrangement between the instructor and students can be done to meet each other's demand. Number 5. The instructor shall set the date or dates and time or times when the materials will be sent to the designated area in the concerned municipalities in coordination with the university. Number 6. The instructor will only meet students once a week on the scheduled time via Meet to monitor their progress. Students are not required to join the session weekly but join in at least twice a month. Number 8. The instructor will provide activities based on the printed module and additional activities may be required from the students thereof. Number 9. Activities for submission are given 2 weeks to be accomplished. Number 10. All assignments will be submitted printed or handwritten forms. Number 11. Feedbacks from the instructors are to be written on the submitted printed activities which are to be returned on the next schedule of submission. Number 12. The schedule of submission is set twice a month in the same place and manner by which the materials from the instructor are sent. The role of the university administrators. Number 1. Faculty capacity building. Online educational platform. Development of content and learning materials and development of assessment. G Suite for education. The university proposes the use of G Suite for educational apps as online learning platforms for synchronous and asynchronous modes of learning. Number 2. Promotion of modes of learning via infographics and infomercial for wide dissemination. Number 3. Curriculum modification to make adjustments to the courses offering for the new normal setup. The role of parents. Number 1. Your child or children will choose one mode of learning as presented in these guidelines: synchronous, asynchronous, and remote printed. Number 2. As parents, you have to be aware of the features of each mode of learning and support their choice based on the most appropriate mode for your situation and capacity. Number 3. You, for your consent and your child or children, will sign the mode of learning agreement. Number 4. The university and you are partners in these educational endeavors. Be one with us and let us journey together through the new normal. Agreements with the students. Online learning. Number 1. I will keep my learning materials, water bottle, headset ready for each lesson. Number 2. I will charge my gadget prior to the session. Number 3. I will log in for my lessons on time as per my schedule. Number 4. I will behave appropriately during online session. Number 5. I will encourage my classmates to follow our synchronous mode of learning agreements. Number 6. I will complete the tasks, assignments, quizzes set by my subject instructors. Agreements with the students. Live session. Number 1. I will not send messages to my classmates outside the class group chat. Number 2. I will only send purposeful, kind, and appropriate messages on the chat. Number 3. I will not send messages directed to one person in a group chat. Number 4. I will turn other notifications off during the live session. Number 5. I will follow the hand or silent signals to minimize my learning interruptions. Number 6. I will not record the online session. Only my instructor is allowed to do so. Number 7. I will not share recorded online lesson publicly. Additional agreements with students under asynchronous online learning or AOL and remote print learning or RPL online learning. Number 1. I will diligently access my learning materials online. I will diligently acquire my modules from my instructor. Number 2. I will keep time management to ensure my pace of self-learning. Number 3. I will be responsible for my actions to help myself and my instructor in this mode of learning. Number 4. I will attend scheduled online session for at least twice a month, if not once a week. Number 5. I will list my questions ahead of time to seek clarification from my instructor during our online meeting. Number 6. I will complete the tasks, assignments, quizzes set by my subject instructors. Number 7. I will charge my gadget prior to the session. Number 8. I will behave appropriately during online sessions. Number 9. I will encourage my classmates to follow our asynchronous mode of learning agreements. Number 10. I will not procrastinate my tasks. Thank you. This presentation is prepared by the Office of the Vice President for Academic Affairs.